Have you ever wondered why, even after a light dinner, you still find yourself waking up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night, just to use the bathroom? You're not alone. In fact, for many seniors across India, this quiet frustration repeats every night. And the surprising culprit? It might be something as innocent as the fruit you eat after dinner. Yes, that sweet orange. That glass of fresh Motsambi juice may be silently irritating your bladder and disturbing your sleep. Namaste, I'm Dr. Arjun Mehra, and today I want to share a gentle but powerful truth with you. The connection between your evening fruit choices and your bladder's behavior at night. As we age, our kidneys work a little slower and our bladder becomes more sensitive. Even a small amount of urine, just half a glass, can trigger an urgent signal to the brain. Wake up, it's time to go. And here's where the role of fruit becomes important. Some fruits, especially those high in acid, can make your urine more acidic. That might be fine when you're 30, but after 60, acidic urine can irritate the bladder lining, leading to more frequent nighttime trips to the toilet. But don't worry. Once you understand which fruits to eat and when, you can reclaim peaceful sleep without medicine. So, let's begin this journey together. Why do older adults wake up to urinate at night? Now let's start by understanding the real question. Why does this happen more often as we age? In your younger years, your bladder was patient. It would quietly hold urine until it was nearly full, giving you enough time to rest or sleep through the night. But after the age of 60, things begin to change. Slowly, gently, but noticeably. The kidneys, which filter waste and fluids from your blood, begin to work a little slower, especially at night. They're not failing. They're just not as fast or efficient as they used to be. At the same time, your bladder becomes more sensitive. The nerves around the bladder, which once tolerated slight pressure, now react more quickly. Even if only 120 to 150 milliliter of urine, less than half a glass, has collected, the bladder sends a signal to your brain saying, "Wake up, it's time." And so, even if your bladder isn't full, the urge feels urgent. That's what wakes you, again and again. Now add to that the foods and drinks we consume in the evening. Many common items in Indian households, citrus fruits, spicy pickles, even masala chai, can create acidic urine, which further irritates the bladder lining, making it even more reactive. So, it's not just age. It's a combination of slower kidneys, a more sensitive bladder, and evening food choices that trigger these unwanted midnight awakenings. But here's the good news. Once you understand this connection, you can make small, thoughtful changes to reduce nighttime urination and finally enjoy deeper, uninterrupted sleep. And the easiest place to begin. Start with the fruit on your dinner plate. In the next section, I'll show you 5 fruits that calm the bladder and support peaceful sleep after 60. So now that we understand why the bladder becomes more sensitive with age, let's take a look at something simple and powerful you can do. Choose the right fruits at the right time. Many seniors believe fruits are always safe and healthy, and that's mostly true. But after the age of 60, our body needs fruits that not only give us nutrients, but also calm our digestion, reduce acidity, and support bladder comfort. Here are 5 fruits that have gently helped many elders across India reduce nighttime urination and enjoy deeper, more peaceful sleep, all without medication. 1. Banana, the gentle calmer. Bananas have been a trusted part of Indian diets for generations. Many of you may remember your mother or grandmother saying, "Eat a banana before bed. It keeps your stomach cool." And they were absolutely right. Bananas are naturally low in acid, which means they don't irritate the bladder. They're soft, easy to digest, and most importantly, they're rich in potassium, about 400 milligrams in a medium-sized banana. This mineral helps relax the smooth muscles of the bladder, making it less likely to contract or send urgent signals when it's only slightly full. I recall Mr. Raghavan from Bengaluru, a retired teacher who used to wake up at 2 a.m. every night for the toilet. After we reviewed his evening habits, I suggested he eat a ripe banana at 5 p.m. daily instead of his usual spicy snack. Within a week, his sleep improved dramatically. He was still waking once, but no longer twice or 3 times. And the best part? He said, "Doctor, I feel light in my stomach now." Tip: eat a banana around 5 p.m. or 1 hour after dinner. Make sure it's ripe but not overripe, and avoid eating it straight from the fridge. Cold fruits can upset older digestion. 2. Papaya, the digestive healer. Papaya, or papita, is often seen as a boring fruit, mostly used for digestion, but it does much more, especially for bladder health. Papaya contains papain, a natural enzyme that helps break down proteins in your food. When your digestion is smooth, the intestines stay relaxed and don't press unnecessarily on the bladder. I'll never forget the case of Mrs. Shalini from Jaipur. She used to have heavy dinners, 3 rotis with sabzi and mango pickle, and then go to bed. Every night she woke up at least twice to urinate and complained of bloating. After switching to a light meal followed by a slice of ripe papaya, she started sleeping for longer stretches, sometimes 6 hours without interruption. Papaya also has a mild alkalizing effect, meaning it doesn't make your urine more acidic. For seniors with sensitive bladders, this is a game changer. Tip: have about 150 grams of ripe papaya after dinner. Choose one that's orange and slightly soft. Avoid green, underripe ones, and never store them too cold. 3. Pear, the natural softener. Pears are gentle, juicy, and often forgotten. But for seniors who struggle with both constipation and frequent urination, pears are quietly powerful. They are low in acid and contain sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that draws water into the intestines and helps in regular bowel movements. Why does this help the bladder? Because when your intestines are empty, there's less pressure on your lower abdomen, and your bladder feels freer, calmer. In one village near Varanasi, an elderly woman told me, "Dr. Saab, when the stomach is happy, the bladder sleeps too." She had been eating a medium pear at 5 p.m. every day, and since then, no more nighttime urgency. Tip: eat 1 medium pear in the late afternoon. Wash it well and eat it with the skin on, if the skin is soft, as the fiber adds extra digestive support. Chew slowly and enjoy its natural sweetness. 4. Watermelon, the cooling healer, only at the right time. Now this might surprise you. Watermelon? Isn't it full of water? Won't that increase urination? Yes, if eaten at night. But if timed correctly, watermelon can actually help the urinary tract and reduce inflammation, especially in elders with prostate issues. Watermelon is rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that supports prostate health in men and soothes the bladder lining. In early cases of prostate swelling, this can make a noticeable difference. Mr. Fahim from Lucknow, a retired police officer, was struggling with waking up 3 times at night. We adjusted his routine to include a small bowl of watermelon at 10:30 a.m. daily. Within 2 weeks, he said, "It's like my bladder feels less angry." Tip: eat watermelon in the morning or before 2 p.m. A portion of 150-200 grams is enough. Always eat it alone. Do not mix it with dairy or other fruits. Room temperature is best, and please, never eat watermelon after sunset. 5. Guava, amarud, the backyard medicine. Guava grows quietly in backyards all over India, and it's one of the most underrated fruits for bladder comfort. It's rich in vitamin C but lower in citric acid compared to oranges or sweet limes, which makes it far more bladder-friendly. Guava also contains plant compounds that help reduce mild inflammation in the urinary tract. Let me share the story of Meena Auntie from Kerala, a retired school teacher She began eating one medium guava at 4 p.m. every day, peeled and sliced, without adding any salt or masala. After just 1 week, she wrote me a letter. For the first time in years, I slept from 10 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. without waking even once. Tip: eat guava in the mid-afternoon. Avoid combining it with milk or milk-based foods. If the skin is thick or tough, peel it. Eat it plain. No salt, no masala. Final thoughts on the 5 fruits you should eat. Each of these 5 fruits, banana, papaya, pear, watermelon, and guava, supports your body in its own way. They're not magic. They're not medicine. But they work with your body's natural rhythms to soothe bladder irritation, reduce pressure from the intestines, help your nerves relax, and most importantly, help you sleep peacefully through the night. As we age, it's not just about what we eat. It's about when and how we eat it. These small, thoughtful changes can make a world of difference in how you feel every morning. In the next part of this video, we'll talk about the 5 fruits you should avoid at night, even though they seem healthy. One of them is probably in your fridge right now, so stay with me. And if this has helped you in any way, please like, subscribe, and share this with someone you care about. Not all fruits are created equal, especially when you're over 60, and especially when it's after sunset. Yes, fruits are full of vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. But some fruits, when eaten at the wrong time, can quietly disturb your digestion, irritate your bladder, and steal your sleep. So in this part of our video, let's explore 5 fruits that may look innocent, but could be the real reason why you're waking up again and again at night to urinate. And just like before, I'll share real-life examples from patients and elders across India who've experienced the difference these small changes can make. 1. Orange and sweet lime, Mosambi, the acidic sleep disruptors. In many Indian homes, it's a tradition to enjoy a glass of freshly squeezed Mosambi juice or orange slices after dinner, especially in summer. It feels light, refreshing, even healthy. And it's true, oranges are full of vitamin C and antioxidants. But here's what most people don't realize. Both oranges and sweet limes are very high in citric acid, which makes your urine more acidic. This acidity is a major irritant for aging bladders, especially those that are already sensitive. When acidic urine passes through the bladder, it can trigger a burning sensation or a false sense of urgency, causing you to wake up at night, even if the bladder isn't full. Let me share the story of Mr. Vishwanath, a 68-year-old retired professor from Hyderabad. Every evening, he would drink a large glass of orange juice around 8 p.m., believing it would clean his system before bed. Instead, he found himself waking up 3 or even 4 times a night to urinate. After a short discussion, I suggested he shift his juice habit to lunchtime instead of night. Within just a few days, his sleep improved. It was like flipping a switch, he told me. No medicine, just moving my orange juice to 1 p.m. Tip: enjoy oranges or sweet lime before 2 p.m. when digestion is strong and the body has time to process the acids. Avoid eating or drinking any citrus after sunset. 2. Pineapple, the overactive fruit. Pineapple is sweet, juicy, and brings a tropical smile to every fruit salad. But hidden beneath that sweetness is a powerful compound called bromelain, a natural enzyme that helps break down proteins. Bromelain is good in the daytime. It aids digestion. But when eaten at night, it stimulates the intestines too much, making them overly active while you sleep. The result? Pressure builds in the abdominal cavity. The intestines press gently on the nearby bladder. And this mechanical pressure creates false urgency. You feel like you need to urinate, even if your bladder is not full. Take the case of Mrs. Lakshmi, a 71-year-old widow from Chennai. She often ate pineapple after dinner, thinking it helped her bowel movements. While it did ease her constipation, she also noticed she had to wake up at midnight and 3 a.m. to go to the toilet, even when there wasn't much urine. When she swapped pineapple for a small slice of papaya earlier in the evening, her sleep became more restful and the unnecessary pressure on her bladder reduced. Tip: if you love pineapple, enjoy it during breakfast or lunch. Avoid it entirely after 6 p.m., especially if you're sensitive to digestive changes. 3. Grapes, the gassy culprit. Grapes are small, sweet, and often kept in the fridge as a light evening snack. But for many older adults, they may silently cause bloating, gas, and lower abdominal pressure, all of which can irritate the bladder. Why? Because grapes contain natural sugars that can begin to ferment in the gut, especially when eaten late at night or on a full stomach. This fermentation leads to gas buildup. The resulting pressure on the lower abdomen makes the bladder feel compressed, and that sensation often triggers the urge to urinate. Let's take the story of Mr. Sharma, a 65-year-old retired schoolteacher from Lucknow. He loved black grapes and would snack on them while watching television at night. But over time, he realized that these harmless fruits left him feeling bloated and disturbed his sleep with frequent bathroom visits. After peeling the grapes and eating them only before noon, he noticed a clear improvement. No more restless nights, no more gas discomfort. Tip: eat grapes only in the morning or early afternoon. Choose ripe ones, and if your digestion is sensitive, peel them. Never eat grapes cold or with dairy products like curd. 4. Mixed citrus juices, the hidden danger in a glass. A tall glass of mixed citrus juice, orange, lemon, sometimes kiwi, looks like a healthy tonic, but especially after sunset, it can be more harmful than helpful. Juices deliver concentrated forms of acid and sugar into your system, much faster than eating whole fruit. For elders, this quick absorption creates a sharp drop in urinary pH, making urine highly acidic, and this, as we've discussed, can irritate the bladder lining. What's worse is that these juices bypass fiber, which normally slows digestion and protects your stomach lining, so you get all the acid, without the buffer. Take Mrs. Deepa, a 70-year-old from Surat, who drank a kiwi-orange-lemon mix every evening, believing it would strengthen her immunity. But instead, she struggled with disrupted sleep and burning sensations while urinating at night. When she stopped the juice and replaced it with warm water and a slice of pear, her symptoms reduced within a week. Tip: avoid citrus-based juices after 5 p.m. If you crave something refreshing, try room temperature water with a mild fruit like papaya or guava instead. 5. Raw tomato, the hidden vegetable fruit trouble. Tomatoes are used in almost every Indian curry. Cooked tomatoes are generally fine. But raw tomatoes, especially in salads at night, can quietly cause trouble. They contain oxalic acid, a compound that can form tiny crystals in the urine and mildly irritate the bladder lining. For seniors with already sensitive bladders, this can create a nagging urge to urinate more frequently. Let me tell you about Mr. and Mrs. Desai from Ahmedabad. They had a habit of eating raw tomato and onion salad with every dinner. It seemed healthy, but both of them complained of frequent nighttime urination, even though their blood reports were normal. After switching to steamed carrots and beans instead of raw salad at night, their nighttime sleep improved without any other changes. Tip: avoid raw tomatoes in the evening. Cook them into your sabzi instead. They're easier to digest and won't disturb your bladder. Final thoughts. It's not just what you eat, but when you eat it. These 5 fruits, oranges, sweet lime, pineapple, grapes, citrus juices, and raw tomato, are not bad. They're not harmful in themselves. But for people over 60, timing matters more than ever. After sunset, your digestion slows down, your bladder becomes more sensitive, and your body wants rest. Not acid, gas, or pressure. So don't give up fruits. Just give up the habit of eating certain ones at night. Swap them with calming, bladder-friendly fruits like banana, papaya, pear, guava, or small amounts of watermelon during the day. Because peaceful nights don't always begin with sleeping pills. Sometimes they begin with a wise decision about the fruit on your plate. If one of these fruits surprised you or reminded you of your own habits, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. You could be the reason they sleep better tonight. And in the next part, we'll tie everything together, one small shift at a time, to help you reclaim deeper, more refreshing sleep. We've learned that some fruits can soothe the bladder and help you sleep better. Others, when eaten at the wrong time, can quietly disrupt your night, irritate your bladder, and leave you feeling tired in the morning. But if there's one message I want you to take away today, it's this. Good health after 60 is not just about what you eat, it's also about when you eat it. Timing is everything. As we grow older, the body changes in gentle but important ways. Digestion slows down, the bladder becomes more sensitive. Sleep becomes lighter and more fragile. This means your stomach cannot process food as quickly or as easily as it did when you were 30 or 40. The bladder, which once held more without complaint, now responds even to small amounts of urine. A little pressure becomes a loud signal. Wake up, go to the toilet. That's why the timing of your evening fruit matters just as much as the type of fruit. Some fruits, like bananas, papaya, pears, and guava, are gentle. They calm the stomach, support digestion, and reduce bladder irritation. Others, like oranges, pineapples, grapes, and raw tomatoes, are more active. They're high in acid, water, or enzymes that can upset your system when eaten too close to bedtime. What happens when you eat fruit too late? Let me explain with a simple example. Imagine you've just finished dinner, 2 rotis, some sabzi, and a small bowl of dal. You feel full but decide to enjoy a handful of grapes or a slice of pineapple. It's sweet, juicy, and feels refreshing. But here's what's happening inside. Your digestive system is already working hard on your meal. Now, you've added fruit, which digests differently and more quickly than cooked food. The mixing of fruit and food can cause mild fermentation in your stomach. This leads to gas, bloating, and pressure on your bladder. You go to bed feeling fine. But at midnight, the discomfort begins. You wake up once, then again, and again. This might sound familiar because it's something I hear from seniors all across India. A real story from Pune. Meena Ji's small change. Let me share the story of Meena Ji, a retired school teacher from Pune. For years, she had a simple habit. 1 glass of orange juice after dinner. It made her feel clean, like it was helping her digestion. But what she didn't realize was that her bladder was being quietly irritated every single night by the citric acid in that juice. She used to wake up at 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. without fail. Sometimes she could go back to sleep, sometimes not. She tried herbal teas, relaxation music, even breathing exercises. Nothing worked until she changed that 1 glass of juice. I suggested she switch to a slice of papaya at 7 p.m. Soft, ripe, and at room temperature. No juice, no acid, just 1 gentle fruit. And you know what happened? Within 3 nights, she slept from 10 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. without waking up once. No pills, no therapy. Just one wise decision. She called it my quiet miracle. The takeaway: gentle rules to sleep better. Here are 5 simple rules you can follow to give your body the peace it needs. 1. Don't eat fruit right after dinner. Let your cooked meal digest first. If you really want fruit, wait at least 1.5 to 2 hours after eating. 2. Avoid acidic or juicy fruits. After 5 p.m., this includes citrus fruits, orange, sweet lime, pineapple, and raw tomatoes. Save them for the morning or early afternoon. 3. Choose calming fruits in the evening. Banana, papaya, pear, and guava are bladder-friendly. Eat them around 5 p.m. or at least 2 hours before bed. 4. Never eat fruit cold from the fridge. Cold fruits can shock your digestion, especially at night. Always bring them to room temperature before eating. 5. Listen to your body for 3 days. Make just one change, like replacing grapes with a banana, and observe your sleep. You'll be surprised how clearly your body responds. Nighttime peace begins on your plate. You see, your body is always talking to you. When you were younger, it could handle more stress, more confusion, and more combinations of food. But now, in your 60s or 70s, your body wants simplicity. It wants gentleness. It's not asking for more. It's asking for better. And sometimes, a peaceful night's sleep doesn't begin with a sleeping pill or a meditation app. It begins with a banana at 5 p.m. instead of a glass of juice at 9 p.m. It begins with skipping those cold grapes from the fridge and choosing a room temperature pear instead. It begins with listening to your body and honoring it with small, loving choices. Final message: aging with awareness. Dear friend, you deserve restful nights. You deserve to wake up in the morning feeling light, fresh, and ready to start your day. Not tired from tossing and turning or running to the toilet all night. And that kind of rest doesn't come from changing everything. It comes from changing just one thing. So today, I invite you. Try eating calming fruits like banana or papaya in the evening. Move acidic or juicy ones like orange or pineapple to earlier in the day. Do it for just 3 days. Notice your body. Notice your sleep. And see the difference for yourself. Because true health, especially in your golden years, doesn't begin with big changes. It begins with a slice of the right fruit at the right time. If something in this video touched your heart or reminded you of your own experience, I'd love to hear from you. Please write your thoughts in the comments below. Even just a word like hope is enough. And if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. A neighbor, a sibling, or a friend who also deserves a better night's sleep. Until we meet again, may your nights be quiet, your sleep be deep, and your heart be light.